There are two types of candlestick patterns. We have continuation patterns, which would signal an uptrend or a downtrend continuation. And then we have reversal patterns, which are very key because they give us our tops and bottoms of trends. For continuation, we have false amigos, flags, cup and handle, just to name a few. And for reversal, we have our engulfing candles, tweezer top and bottom, three amigos, and many, many more. Today we're going to be taking a look at very simple candle formations. As for the more complicated candlestick patterns, we will be making individual videos dedicated to each and every one. First, we'll talk about our tweezer tops and bottoms, which is a reversal pattern. And ultimately, our tweezer tops and bottoms are these reversal points here. Okay, it's when two candles come together and they essentially form this flat top, right? This one's a really nice example of it. It's a very, very clean one where we had our move up, we came over, we had a similar high wick on the previous candle, and then simply, had a reversal down. And again, here, this was a really nice one. We had our move up and we opened and closed the candle and essentially just went down from there. This one, it's a little bit messy. So you can see we had constant wicking, and we had this wick really, really far down and then opened the next candle and essentially just went up. You typically want to see the high or the low of each of the candles to be somewhat similar. So like this one's a really, really clean tweezer top. And if there's anything even more important that I would like you guys to take away from this one is that these tweezer tops and bottoms give you, in this case, because we're on the daily time frame, it gives us our horizontal levels that we've talked about in previous tutorials. So here we have a daily level. We'll clone and go ahead and put another one. A daily level here. Have another one here. And ultimately what's important to see here is that these tweezer tops and bottoms, if you draw them out, say on a daily, weekly, or monthly horizontal, like we have here, you can see in many cases where it was very important in helping to predict future price action. Next, we'll talk about engulfing candles. These are also reversal candles. In this case, we're going to take a look at a bullish engulfing candle right here, which is also the infamous 29K bottom in the summer of 2021. You can also see that it is a daily level as well as a tweezer bottom. So there's some really nice confluences here, right? It gave us this daily level. We had this tweezer bottom, and then we had the bullish engulfing, which is signified by this bearish candle here. Okay, closing down here, opening the following candle here, and engulfing this candle with the body of this one and closing higher. So we had some really nice confluences there, and we can see then we had some degree of a continuation upwards. Here's an example of a bearish engulfing candle, and it's actually pretty laughable. It's something that you'll see almost exclusively in crypto and somewhat often even. We have this bullish candle here. We close, open up. This candle here gives us, again, a tweezer top and a daily horizontal. And then a massive, massive candle down where the closure significantly, the body of this candle significantly engulfs the one before it, giving us then a bearish engulfing candle. The reversal candle pattern would be the morning or evening star, which are essentially when a candle forms a cross like this. In the case of an evening star, price would be trending upwards. We'd put in an evening star and then we'd reverse down. In the case of a morning star, we'd be trending downwards, put in a morning star here, and then reverse up. We'll take a look at some examples here. What's important to know is that these morning and evening stars are forms of what are called doji candles. And doji candles are essentially these crosses, okay? And what they do is they signify an indecision between bears and bulls. You'll see many of these in a row on price action, and essentially it could signify either a reversal or just a pause before then continuation in some degree of a trend. Okay, so for example here we have our 64K top, which we put in a move up here, had a couple doji candles before then reversing downwards. And this one here you could argue as an evening star, given that it was at the top of an uptrend and signified the reversal down. So a morning and evening star are classed as such, so as long as that they're at the top or the bottom of a trend in our doji candle. For example, here we have a very, very nice doji candle, right? A long wick to the bottom, a long wick to the top, a closure in the middle, open and closure right in the middle there. However, it failed to be a morning star and create some degree of a move up, right? Because instead we had continuation downwards. We have a nice example here. We have some bullish market structure. We're coming down for retracement. Put in a nice morning star here, signified by our wick down and our wick up. Put a closure in the middle there, and then bullish continuation. Lastly, we'll take a look at hammers, which are also a reversal candle. Essentially, for a bearish reversal candle, you'd have an uptrend. Then you would put in a candle that looks something like this with a long wick to the top, little to no wick at the bottom, and then a reversal down. For a bullish hammer, you would do just the opposite, a long wick to the bottom, little to no wick at the top, and then a reversal upwards. And we have a really nice example of a bullish hammer that happened just recently, right here. We can see that we had our bullish market structure and we had some degree of a retracement here. And then our hammer candle signified by our long wick to the bottom, little to no wick at the top, and then of course a reversal upwards for bullish market continuation. What's important to understand about these candlestick patterns, especially these simple ones that we reviewed today, is that you really want to keep in mind the overall market context, as well as to add confluence to these patterns. You do not want to trade off of them alone. So for example, here, like we reviewed earlier, we have a tweezer bottom and a bullish engulfing candle, but that alone isn't enough to take a trade off of. However, if once you start adding maybe a support horizontal level, or the fact that this could be reviewed as a falling wedge, now you can start to add all of these things together and say, this may provide a good long trade. However, like I said, this pattern or this setup alone isn't enough to trade off of. By adding confluences like trend lines, other patterns, channels, horizontals, or Fibonacci, those things are what can really come together and help you make successful trades using patterns.